So we're doing a panel today on basically on green marketing. There are so many things that we could talk about in sustainability, of course, but as business people or people whose work is in tourism, we have to find ways in which we can invite and entice the clients and then educate them and train them to be better advocates and eco-warriors, as I like to call them. So my presentation is what is truer than the truth? The story. It's an old Hebrew saying that has a lot of meaning for me because I come from a family of storytellers and I believe a great deal in the force of telling the story. And interpretive guiding is one of the things that falls into that category. The people on the panel today are Ivana Lilovic, Beatriz Barrial, who's a friend of mine. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this. Dr. K from Saigon, from Thailand, sorry. And Teddy from Colombia now, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm also the chair of the Global Ecotourism Network. We were the whole advisory board from the International Ecotourism Society, who resigned in 2014 to form the Global Ecotourism Network. And we're a bunch of ecotourism pioneers and practitioners. I think we have over 300 years of experience amongst all the board members, of which there are 11 right now. And we do a lot of work in ecotourism and responsible tourism. So I'm going to talk about green marketing. I love this topic. I have a small inn in Costa Rica with my wife and partner, and we've been working and had our small hotel in a organic coffee farm for over 35 years. And so we've done our share of marketing and trying to entice and pioneers in the idea of sustainable tourism marketing. So we have environmental and climate consciousness, community involvement. We have to think about interpretive and educational benefits and quality, service to the client. Quality is a very important attribute for any kind of business. You can have all the sustainability products in the world. You can be so sustainable that when you drive your car down the road, your gasoline overflows because you have so many saving devices on it. But you're not going to be getting those clients back again unless you have quality in the product that you're offering. In our case, our product is sustainable tourism, ecotourism, and coffee. So how do we choose a destination? The whole focus of decision-making and social psychology has been tackling this problem for many years. There's a very famous maverick social psychologist at Cornell University named Tom Gilovich who took upon the idea of how we make decisions based on cognitive dissonance that Anna talked today about and what's very important. So the first thing that all tourists need, whether they're responsible or not, is to feel that they're secure, healthy, stable. They have to have ease of access. They have to have their expectations met or exceeded. Your reputation and responsibility becomes another attribute that people are looking for. And finally, it comes down to price versus benefit. I don't like to talk about price because I don't think price is a valuable word. It's more about value than price. And in that, you want to reflect and bring to fruition the core values of your clients, of your travelers. You have to tell them the story. What we're interested in is not more tourism, but better tourism. We've seen that the numbers that we talked about earlier today don't have a lot to do with the destination of the determination of our planet's future. So I like to focus on travelers, not tourists. And when we talk about marketing, we have to think of the people who come to our eco-lodges and our sustainable inns and places like that as travelers, not tourists. So The market has a lot of statistics and data attached to it. And you can see that some of these are actually, this data is coming from big corporations, online travel agencies like Booking.com and Expedia, who are doing these studies and finding out that there's a huge demand and response to sustainable practices and good ethics and community involvement. And 84% of the customers say that their sustainable practices and your sustainable practices as a business person are very important to how they make decisions. So you want to invite these clients. You want to plant the seeds of content and let the community work with it. You know, you need to think about marketing as a way in which you can communicate with the kind of clients that you're trying to attract. Now, we don't necessarily all want eco-travelers to our small places, because a lot of those people who come who are not, we hope are going to be educated and turned into eco-warriors and future responsible travelers. And these are all things that I think are very important to think about. The most powerful element in advertising is the truth. What is truer than the truth? The story. So how do we tell the story? Francesca Lia Bloch had a great little description, which was de-story, destroy. That means then to restore. And when they talked to people in the Holocaust about how they dealt with all this pain after World War II, there were two things that they commented that really helped them. One was massage, and the other was telling their story. So what are the core values here? What are that we need to use? We have to tell the story, talk about your philosophy, your ethos, your dreams. We're inspirers. Price versus value. I always say that if you meet or exceed the expectations of your clients, they're never going to complain about price. Who is your client? Who are you trying to attract? Who are the people that you want to experience this joyous thing and this dream that you're living? And to how you're going to educate them and bring them to a place where they can make better decisions in the future. Who are they? You have to weave your practices into what you do. Having sustainability as your selling point is a no-winner. You have to have sustainability and good management woven into your product, so it's everywhere and all around. It's a holistic experience, but the quality of meeting their expectations is very important. We don't want communications that are cut and paste, robotic bots. We want people, and we want authentic experiences and responses. And we need to include our supply chain. Everything that happens that you do in your place of business, whether it's buying products, whether it's selling products, whether it's people who come to sell you products, that becomes an educational moment for you. So you have to have a good voice, a personality, an identity. You have to explain what the experience will be in a creative way and give them a direction on how they can participate. Women are at the forefront. 82% of travel decisions are made by women. This is not only true from research, but in our empirical experiences, my wife and I, over 30-something years of talking to our clients, we always used to comment, it's amazing that everybody we ask, how did you find Finca Rosa Blanca, would say, oh, my wife found it online, or my wife made it. Later, this data came to be, not only do women make these decisions, but they have a different sense of place and of visuals. So we, about 5 years ago, changed our whole website, and I allowed all of the women in our business, including my wife, to make all the choices about which photos to put up. How do we attract sustainable travelers? Well, it adds value to your business. You have to trust them that they will respond and do respond and want to be responsible travelers. Community, you have to be part of your community. That means that you have to have a socioeconomic benefit to your community. People respond to this. You want to recycle money back into your community, which means that if your employees are all local, they're taking that money from their salaries and their tips and whatever, and they're going into their local communities and purchasing. There's no leakage. Infrastructure improvement, make sure that the quality is really high and that that safety is also an issue. This global sustainable tourism market was projected to reach $11.4 trillion by 2032. Do I only have 14 seconds left?
12 seconds, 11 seconds.
Whoa. Okay, so I tried to go through quickly. I'm going to really spin through this because this is these are the experiences a responsible traveler seek. And we have to redefine our image as a responsible business. The most important priority for our guests are interpretive guides. I'm going to flash through these. I'm sorry. I'll try and get this online so everybody can look at it later. Unfortunately, I don't want to be the one person who goes too long, so I already am. So we don't want this kind of tourism, obviously. This is the mass tourism model. These kinds of things, you've seen these places that are now cutting back on all of this. We need to build our brand. I've been working with Guyana, great slogan, Mother Nature's hometown. Okay, can we just, this is the end of my thing. I'm just going to play this video because how you communicate, how you tell your story, how you use your words becomes the single most important tool in your marketing.
What did you do to my sign?
I wrote the same, but in different words.
Thanks, love.
So, thank you. Sorry for the overrun.